get right into it.
Following happens.
Ay, cabrón. Chale, sí se ve medio erizo, ¿eh? Y que hoy me asustó tu voz, ya yo. Es que tengo súper alto el Discord. Hoy me asustó tu voz, ya yo. Es que tengo súper alto el Discord.
¿Así?
Creo que sí, güey.
La luz de atrás se prendió.
Simbólicas, creo que son.
No, es quien dijo eso. Sí es cierto, güey.
No hay alguien, ¿no?
Quiero creer que sí, quiero creer que sí.
¿Mamá?
No, pues estoy solo acá arriba yo, güey, de verdad, o sea, vivo solo acá arriba. No, es neta, miren, estoy temblando, se los juro. Me secuestren, voy a apagarla porque pues no, qué miedo. Voy a seguir jugando, esperen.
The light turning on by itself isn't the strangest thing. Minutes later, this happens.
No, de
Yo
verdad.
también, porque pues, la verdad yo no creo.
Hola, no mames, espérate, güey. Espérense. Ahora sí se escuchó algo, espérame.
La puerta de tu cuarto.
No sé, güey, pero espérame, que ahora sí se escuchó algo, espérame. Me acaban de tirar mi jalador del baño al piso, se los juro. Se los juro que no hay nada aquí atrás en mi cuarto. O sea, literal estoy solo, pero me acaban de tirar. Me hicieron esto así. No, yo creo que ya no quiero jugar esto.
Checo is definitely spooked, but as if things couldn't get any more creepy, this happens.
Déjenme ir a dejar esta madre, espérenme.
Y a lo mejor uno de sus cuartos se metió a su
Les
cuarto.
juro que estoy temblando, se los juro. Ya déjame cerrar el... Les juro que estoy temblando, se los juro. Ya déjame cerrar el juego y voy a abrir otra cosa. Es que fue aquí,
Y
¿no?
te digo, yo no soy muy creyente de esas cosas, pero LOL.
Ya hasta cerré el
Hostia,
juego, güey.
no.
Ya no quiero jugar, neta. ¡Hola! No mames.
¿Otra vez? Chico, ¿estás ahí?
No, güey, ya se está... No sé si, neta, ya se está poniendo feo esto.
¿Qué rollo
ya.
entonces
No,
te
no,
metiste
pues
a la
si
de
quieres ya
prueba de...
apaga.
Voy a parar el stream, perdón, porque ya me espanté. Ahí nos vemos. Bye.
What are your thoughts on this?
Interesting clip. What you can see, what the lights turned on first, they noticed it, or the chat let him notice about it, or the people he's playing the game with. And then he heard the broomstick fell, and then as you can see, when he went to go put the broom back, it was like a ghostly figure or a head that popped out. Now, to make his side more convincing, he should have recorded it with his phone ASAP. As soon as he said, "Well, nobody right there," he should have picked up his phone, because that's got to be his apartment, because he said the broom was in his bathroom. So he just picked up his phone, start recording his setup, and then as you can see, make sure there's no edits. Just go into the bathroom while he recording, and then look by the door too. Like, you look, ain't nothing here, nothing here. But as you can see, man, this was a good clip. He was saying that he was swearing stuff, like he was terrified, he's trembling. He swore that it wasn't nobody there or stuff like that though. So I guess you gotta take his word for it. But that was a good clip, man. Let's continue.
According to the person who posted the following footage, the following video was taken on the 21st of February in 2009. The footage was recorded inside a hospital in the Mexican city of Saltillo. It is said that a ghost of a little girl roams the halls of this hospital. This is the footage that was captured. If the hospital in the video specializes in treating patients of all ages, then I can't imagine how many young apparitions we might see at a children's hospital. Lindsay Burke caught
A question after seeing that video, you can see like it was a ghost by the chair, right? That was, I guess that was a hospital for sure, cause that's what the narrator said. But just think about it, man. I got a question. If even kids die and they become apparition ghosts, does that mean like it's no mercy for anybody when they die, or does that mean that everybody has to go through that stage, whether you going to heaven or hell, regardless? You know what I'm saying? So it's just interesting because you would think like if a kid dies, they'd be forgiven, or maybe they'd be innocent, but maybe they not, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I gotta do some more research when it comes to certain religions or certain topics and stuff like that. But it's just interesting to see a kid ghost, man. You feel me? Now a lot of people could have said like, hey, the footage might have been fake, this or that. I don't think that was, man. That was some good footage. Yes, it was grainy though for sure, but that was good footage, man. So let's continue and see what's going on. I just had to ask that question because that's what I was thinking. I'm like, dang, the kids can't even be, you know what I'm saying? Kids can't even be looked at as innocent, man. But, you know, maybe that's just a stage everybody got to go through when they die. So, I don't mean shit. I guess we all gonna find out one day. We all gonna find out.
really creepy on camera. Here's her explaining what happened.
So this is where I filmed that video, in front of this window, and then if you turn around, this is that room. And we do have a weird attic here that I've never been into. So this is my husband's gaming room, which is even weirder. And this space sort of here, just here, is where the shape was. And even weirder, on top of my hairdressing trolley down here, I have this. It's not real, it's fake. I bought it as a placemat. I don't have the planchette to it. It's never been used. I don't know what to do with it. I just use it to mix up bowls on top of. If you look at any of my hairdressing videos, I'm mixing all of my colours on top of this. What do I do with it? Someone give me advice.
Here's the footage she's referring to.
What would look like we have another victim of a Ouija board, man. As you can see, that shadow, her doorways look tall as shit. And that was clearly another shadowy figure. And that shadowy figure looked tall too, but clearly a victim of the Ouija board, man. Y'all gotta stop playing with the Ouija board. She said she don't even play with the Ouija board. She just had it in her house. Now she tried to say it was fake. It looked real to me. I think she was saying it was fake because she don't use it. But that don't mean it's fake, you know, just because you don't use it. Even if you don't got the chip to it, it's a Ouija board. You're done. You gotta get it up out of there, I ain't gonna lie. But with that being said, man, hey, get them Ouija boards out your house. Simple. Then you gotta cleanse it. And it's better when you cleanse in your house if you subscribe to a certain religion or not, I'm telling you. But if you don't, hey, you still gotta find a way to cleanse your house, man.
Maybe it's best to get rid of that placemat. An urban explorer finds a crematorium and encounters something pretty creepy.
老弟们，这个板凳上后边有个东西啊，起雾了啊！老弟们，这屋里一直都冒烟，起雾了啊！起雾了啊！娃娃，哎呦我的小孩，英灵，哎呦我操！我操你妈！我操你妈！哎呦我操你妈！英灵啊，英灵啊！
I couldn't tell if that was real, but that was a W reaction, man.
A family received a notification that someone was at their front door. It was sent by their doorbell camera, but there appeared to be no one there until they listened to the audio and heard this. Some believe that it might have been a malicious entity looking for someone to attach itself to. Whatever it might have been, the audio is without a doubt pretty creepy. In Iguatu, Brazil, footage from a CCTV camera shows something pretty spooky. Check it out. It's hard to make out what this is, but the fact that it disappears in the end supports the belief of this being a ghost. But what do you think? Two urban explorers were finishing up their tour of a building that's been abandoned for years. As they were on their way out, this happens.
Hey, that was a W clip again, man. What can I say? What can I say about that clip? One, for them to go ghost hunting, maybe they was a ghost hunter, maybe they were just in an abandoned building just to go see what it was like. But I'm assuming they was ghost hunting if you were in an abandoned building. But for one, it was cold. As you can see, when they ran out to the hallway, you can see their breath. Insane. Now, as you can see, the first door closed on them and they had a real reaction. They both screaming, they panicking, they scared, right? And now, as you can see, and they tried to open that door. Now, when they was walking out, you can see that the door was closing too on them. But what I would have did, I'm surprised they even stopped. They even hesitated for a little bit. Because if you just seen one door close on you and you can't open that one, now you see the door that's leading from you only got one way in and out into the hallway, so you can eventually get out of the building. But you see that closing, I would have thought that they would have rushed up to the door a little bit sooner, just so they could stop and make sure, we could get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But they end up doing it even with the hesitation, make sure the door didn't slam on them or close on them, so they can still open it. And as you can see, they was looking around. But that was a real reaction, man. A real reaction. Either they good actors or it's real. I'm going with real.
Victoria Martinez writes, I came to visit my grandfather who wasn't with me as he was downstairs. Victoria thought she was by herself on the second floor until she caught the following on camera.
Sonríe sin mover los ojos. Ahora alza las cejas. Cierra la boca. Sí, esa es tu cara de
There is no better way of staying awake than by watching videos like this.
No idea. That's the first clip that we seen, and based on the reflection, I'm assuming it's a shadowy figure. But that was the first clip we seen with a shadowy figure in it, with a person recognizing that. The person recognizing that with her naked eye. She was holding the camera, taking a selfie. That mean the shadowy figure must have walked, and we seen the shadowy figure from behind her or in the reflection. That mean the shadowy figure had to walk in front of her. So the fact that she turned her head instantly either means that it was fake or she seen it with her own eyes. But the fact that she didn't, her reaction, even though she did, her reaction was a little bit off. Because not only did she turn ASAP to look at it, which would have been weird because just think about it, she's taking a selfie. And the reflection was moving towards her opposite way, so she wouldn't have looked over her right shoulder. She would have did this. She would have been looking left. Then she would have looked up and then started looking left over her left shoulder, because it was moving how it was moving in reflection. She would have been looking the opposite way. So I don't know. I might say the first one cap, and then her reaction at the end of that, she wasn't screaming and yelling, nothing like that. It was just kind of like, oh, whatever. It is what it is. So with that being said, man, I might have to say that one fake, but this was a good video. You had some good clips in here, man. You had the first one was good with the dude playing the game, the lights was on and stuff like that. But even though he didn't record it, he didn't get the full, you know what I'm saying? You got to take his word for that one. And then you had the one with the kid ghost in the hospital. And the narrator brought up a good question, just like I did. Like, how many kids die and they got to become apparitions and stuff like that, man? Like, dang, kids don't even get, you know what I'm saying? And then you had the girl who got the, she said she got the Ouija board. She said, which is weird. She said she showed us that. She said it was just a play mess. Like, the mess that you eat on and stuff like that. Cause she said when she be cooking and making stuff, she usually put it on that mat. But then she also said that she don't have a chip for the Ouija board. But if the Ouija board was just a play mat that you eat food off, they don't come with chips. So is it a fake? So is it a Ouija board that she don't have a chip from, or is it a play mat? So get it up out of there, man. You're done. She seen that shadowy figure. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna cap. You're done. And then you had the the thing in a chair that was spinning, and dude got up out of there. Then you had the voice with the ring camera. Then you had the one. Yeah, okay. So they had a lot of good clips in here. But with that being said, that's all I gotta say. I'm out. Peace.